Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us this evening. It's Karen Taff from CA Travel. I'm going to give everyone just a couple of minutes to join. And as we're joining, I just wanted to let everyone know if you have any questions throughout this presentation this evening, please feel free to drop them in the little Q&A box that you see at the bottom of your screen, and we will be sure to address all those questions at the very end for you. Okay, I know we have a big group this evening, so I'm just going to give it a couple of moments. So in addition to myself, I have Carrie Painter here from CA North and East as well. And we have the incredible CA Travel Insurance Orion team, Lindsay and Ghislaine, with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Karen.
Okay, all right. So it looks like we have a fair number that are on board now, so we will get started. So again, welcome, and thanks so much for spending your evening with us. So at CAA, we want you to travel like a pro. So our members are there for we're there for our members, and travel insurance is such an important part of your travel that we're going to dive into that area for you this evening. So now just a little bit of history about CA Travel. So we have been in business since 1961. Well, your full service travel agency. We can not only book your cruises, your air onlys, your tours, your hotels. We can do it all for you. We do worldwide travel. We've got our offices in Ottawa, North Bay, Sudbury, and Thunder Bay to service you. So as a member with CAA, we have some exclusive travel benefits that you're not going to find anywhere else. And one of those is a program called CAA Vacations, and they offer our members some extra perks, whether you're doing a cruise or a coach tour. Again, that's not found anywhere else, in addition to a 24/7 member care and best price guarantee. And also another big element is members save up to 20% on travel insurance, which is incredible. And that includes your emergency medical, trip cancellation and interruption, vehicle rental damage, and baggage loss insurance. So we're designing special trips for you, our members. We've got a brand new group department, just a few years old now, called Together, Groups by CAA Travel. And we are focusing on some itineraries and destinations a little bit differently. We're doing some long stays in Spain, Portugal, and the French Riviera, where you could essentially be away for the whole winter, be a snowbird in the beautiful areas of Europe, where it's what I call sweater weather. It's very comfortable in the day, sometimes just your t-shirt, and the evenings you'll definitely need a sweater in January, February, and March, but you will escape the crowds and the cost is lower. It's a great time to travel, and we've got long stays set up for snowbirds looking for something a little bit different this year. We have some special stays on the we're doing the Temples of Thailand this year. Very exciting stay next November. And then the ever popular Rocky Mountaineer and Western Canada is always a hit. And of course, then it's sailing to Alaska. So those are just some of our tours that we've designed, especially for you, our members, where you're always going to be saving additional $300 discount. And of course, these are group rates, so they're very special rates that are planned, especially with our members in mind. And we're going to do all the heavy lifting to make it super easy for you. Our group team are working on new departures coming out for England, for Scotland, and for Netherlands for this coming year. And then 2027, we've got a whole new group of departures that will be ready for you. Very exciting. At CAA, we've got some incredible relationships with our travel partners. So as you can see on the screen there, these are some of our tour partners that CAA has got some special agreements with. And again, that you're going to get a little extra something just for being a member with our CAA Vacations and member benefit programs. And in addition to the tour, we also have great relationships with our rail partners. Rocky Mountaineers, so popular with us, rail bookers for traveling rail throughout the year. Of course, Via Rail and Amtrak is available as well. And cruising, river cruising is hot right now. Ama Waterways, Uniworld, Viking, and Avalon are our preferred partners, again, where we've got some extra perks for being a member. And for cruising, all the big cruise partners, again, we've got that incredible relationship where we know and love our partners. We're always going to have a great satisfaction rate. And again, for you as a member, there will be a special perk for you. So all-inclusive vacation packages, of course, are popular right now. Everyone's thinking about where am I going to go this winter? So we do have some great rates with our preferred partners, such as Air Canada Vacations, WestJet, and Air Transat for this winter. Now over to Carrie Painter.
Passport photos, you can get them taken at our store if you are a member for as little as $8.50. Everyday and classic members are $8.50, and plus and premier members are free. This also goes if you need an IDP, which is an international driving permit. If you're traveling anywhere outside of Canada, with the exception of the US, you should get an international driving permit. NCAAs are the only agencies that can sell these. If you're traveling and when you're traveling, you can get discounts on our preferred partners for our hotels. Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, Choice Hotels, you can get up to 10% discount on these hotels throughout your travels. Car rental discounts. Our preferred partner is Enterprise Alamo National, and you can save up to 20% on the car rental rates when you book with us. We do have professional fees, and depending on the level of your membership, you have some that are waived. So we have our premier members, our plus, our classic, and an everyday. The professional fees for premiers, you can get up to 6 covered per year, for plus up to 4, and then classic 2, and everyday is 2. We have CAA travel insurance where you can save up to 20% for Premier, up to 10% with Classic, Everyday, and Plus. Our Together groups, as Karen mentioned, we have $300 off for our members. We have deals on guided tours and cruises. We have free maps, triptychs, and tour books, which people still love and want, even though there's phones and GPSs out there now. Luggage and accessories, up to 20% off. Airport parking, you can save up to 20%. And also with Via Rail, up to 20% off. Now we're going to get into our travel insurance, and I would like to introduce Ghislaine and Lindsay from Orion Insurance.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Carrie. So taking a look at travel insurance. So while you're traveling, you for sure want peace of mind. So our coverage does provide up to 5 million Canadian, and it's worldwide coverage. We do offer a 24/7 claims and assistance provider. So whenever hopefully you don't need it, but if you are in the situation where you are finding that you need medical attention, then it is 24/7 for our claims and assistance provider. We do also often optional coverage for pre-existing conditions. So we can customize your plan if that's something that you're looking to have in addition to our base plan. Again, if stability criteria is met, we also offer deductibles to lower the cost of your premiums. And then we have options for single trip, multi-trips, and additional add-ons like a top-up. If you're going over the amount in an annual plan, say you took out a 4-day plan and you're going to be away for 7 days, we do have that option to add on additional days. And as Carrie mentioned, that you do save up to 20% on your policy if you are a CAA member.
All right, so good evening, everyone. My name is Ghislain Leroux, Partner Relationship Manager for Orion. Let's now dive into what makes our travel insurance special. And as we say ourselves, we want to make sure that the travel we're offering would be good for a family and friends or loved ones. So we'll walk you through our travel insurance program. So we have an impressive range of coverage, whether it's for hospital or doctor expenses, or more specific, like the need of a return of a vehicle. We got you covered, but that's not all. Imagine yourself being stranded away. We take care of your family travel expenses, such as a bedside or urgent need like emergency dental care. Whenever it's a need for an air ambulance or required, these can be extremely expensive. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars for air ambulance. We also cover less common but equally important situations such as pet return, childcare costs, replacing vision or hearing aids. In extreme cases, Unfortunately, return of deceased of a loved one can be also covered. We will also handle those difficult moments with care and profit. Our travel assistants make sure that we take care of the family in that matter. On our side, we want to make sure that we got your back and that you can travel the world, and we take care of the rest.
So as mentioned, we do have options to customize your plan. For managing costs, we do offer multi-trip plans, and we will get a bit more detailed in to what we offer in a few more slides. Again, we offer deductible options, so it is a great way to save a little bit on your premiums. If you're especially traveling year over year and not having to use your insurance, this could add up to quite a savings. We do offer family rates as well. So if you are a family of 3 or more, we do offer an additional discount for those rates. And then in addition to the extra coverage, so we have our pre-existing medical condition coverage. As well as our sports and speed activity riders and our adventurous air. And we'll get into a bit more into those slides in the next few.
So what is emergency medical insurance? Well, what we want you to know, it is a coverage that will be just like the coverage you get by OIP or your government program, but in a way that it will be for an unexpected medical emergency or not for a usual checkup or ongoing care. Our emergency medical care would cover for unforeseen medical emergency whenever you leave from home, and it's really when you leave from your front door. This would cover up to $5 million of coverage for EMC, emergency medical care, and non-medical expensive in some way. Some example would be hospital accommodation, bills and physician fee, lab test, x-ray, prescription, cast, wheelchair, or any sort of minor medical appliances that could be rented by the hospital. We would also cover emergency medical dental in some way. That would be in case of a reparation due to an accident to a blow in the face. Vision and hearing aid expenses for a lost or broken or stolen glasses in these cases would be covered. Medical repatriation. Medical repatriation would occur whenever you're unstable to travel yourself, so you're not fit to fly. In that matter, the return of Canada by air ambulance would be covered with also medical assistance on board some time of a commercial plane. Return of vehicle would be covered. Some of you might be renting a vehicle out there or snowbirds driving down to Florida. That could be something whenever you're not able to bring back your car because you're unable to drive, that would be covered by this benefit. As long as family transportation can be covered if ever your family member needs to travel to your destination to be on your bedside, and some other benefits such as pet care, kennel cost for any emergency veterinary care would be also included. As I mentioned also earlier, returns of remain, these situations happen. This would be covered for the service to transport the remains back to Canada also.
So a lot of people do question when they are traveling within Canada, they figure they don't need travel insurance while you're traveling outside of your province. But it is important to provide or to purchase that coverage when you are traveling outside of your home province, because the expenses are not covered by your provincial healthcare insurance outside of your home province. So even though you are traveling within Canada, we have things like prescriptions or air or ground ambulance that wouldn't be covered under your provincial healthcare. So it is a really good investment to purchase that coverage while you're traveling outside of your home province. Another thing that I'd like to add with our coverage, when you are purchasing, say, a Canada plan, which is something we offer, either a single trip Canada plan or a package plan, there is no stability or no pre-ex condition for the Canada plan. So that is excluded from our policy, where when you are purchasing emergency medical, there is, depending on age, a 3-month or 6-month stability period. So that's another great thing to keep note, that there is no pre-existing condition clause for traveling within Canada.
Well, this is the important part. Pre-existing condition for travel medical insurance can be cover existing condition. However, this is something that we need to verify before you have your departure. The clause is not here to deny an existing condition, but it's to reduce the exposure to a possible reaction. And we want to make sure that the client traveling with a pre-existing condition is aware that this could be denied from coverage. A good example of a pre-existing condition would be that you have high blood pressure for the last 5 years, and there is no change in your actual medication. There's no change in your actual situation. You have a stable condition. That would not be a pre-existing condition. It is something that you have, but it's not considered that unstable. Something unstable would be that you have some new symptom. You have been seeking for your doctor for some tests, and your doctor says, yes, well, we would need to do some further checkup, and you then need to go and run some tests, waiting for some tests. Finally, your doctor says that, yes, we will need to change your medication. That would be considered as a pre-existing condition. So we want to make sure that you do understand these clauses, because this will decide if you do have a denial of claim in terms of pre-existing condition. On our side, what stable means, well, for people that are 69 and under, we would ask for a 3-month stability prior your date of departure. And for clients that are 70 and over, we would ask for a 6-month stability prior the date of departure. This is really important because we do not set the pre-existing condition date while you purchase the insurance, but when you have your traveling date, which will be your date of departure.
And just for those that join late, again, if you have any questions, please drop them in the little Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, and we will be sure to address those at the very end.
So as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, we do have different options for you to choose from with regards to our multi-trip coverage. So the multi-trip emergency medical plans, as well, we offer annual vacation package plans. And the most popular one that we do tend to see purchased is the multi-trip emergency medical. So they are perfect for if you're, traveling outside of your home province, because it does include multiple trips outside of Canada, but it's unlimited coverage within Canada as well. So if you are purchasing, again, a 4-day annual plan or an 8-day annual plan, you can travel outside of your home province for unlimited days. So if you have, say, a week-long trip overseas, probably more like 15 or 30 days, but then if you have a summer trip or 2 summer trips planned, those trips would be covered and included in that multi-trip plan. So again, it is unlimited coverage within Canada. For the emergency medical annual plan, the durations that we have are 4, 8, 15, 30, and 60 days. And then for our annual vacation package plan, we offer 4, 8, 15, and 30 days. So again, each time you return to Canada, the trip duration resets. So if you, again, have a 4-day plan, you go into a different destination overseas, then you can come back. It doesn't have to be your home province, and then you can go back again for another 4 days. So it resets every time you return to Canada. Again, does not have to be your home province for that to reset. And again, as mentioned, if you do stay in destination longer than your chosen trip duration, so if you chose a 15-day annual plan, and for one particular trip or 2 trips within the year that you're aware that you're going to be 5 days over, we can do what's called a top up to your policy. And that would be an additional 5 days to extend it for the full 20 days while you're traveling. They are really great options. It's a peace of mind. You do it once a year and don't have to worry about it for the rest of the time that you're traveling. We don't need to know when you are traveling. You can go and come as you please, as long as you are covered for the full duration of your trip, including that top up time if you do need to extend it. And again, the annual multi-plans do provide unlimited travel in Canada, so you are covered regardless of the duration that you select.
All right, so let's dive now into cancellation and trip interruption coverage. We want to address that because especially snowbird traveler might be exploring new destination this year. So it might occur that you want to protect your investment and your prepaid travel coverage. As many as you know, a trip cancellation will protect for your financial investment if you need to cancel before your departure. For an example of a sudden medical condition prevents you from traveling, or if a family emergency forced you to cancel your trip, we'll cover non-refunded costs like flight tickets, resort, hotels, or even condominium rental deposit for long-term travel, prepaid travel expenses like tours, cruises, car rental, etc. On the other side, our trip interruption coverage steps in when your trip is disrupted. A good example would be you're in the Caribbean, there's a storm, there's a delayed flight, and you need an extra night until you can fly back, or there's a medical issue that forces you to cut short your trip. Then in this case, we will reimburse out-of-pocket expenses like additional accommodation costs, the rebooking fee in some way for flights, or even in some scenario, having some subsidies allowance due to delay, ensuring that, well, there's no unexpected financial loss. So these are the benefits that you would have from trip cancellation or interruption. Important to understand that cancellation is prior your departure and trip interruption would be after your departure. On a closing note for trip cancellation, we got a standout feature. If you book your travel insurance within the first 72 hours after reserving your trip, well, in that case, you are eligible for the cancel for any reason option. This allows you to recover up to 75% of your covered amount, whether you cancel for because you just changed your plan or you're just deciding you're feeling not ready to travel, then you decide in that case, and this gives you ultimate flexibility for traveling and peace of mind. So for the CA difference, the CA travel insurance, there's many feature that is unique to CA travel insurance. At first, I was talking about the cancel for any reason. Well, you get reimbursement up to 50% for prepaid non-refundable travel arrangement. But if you book with CA travel, in that case, this goes to 75% of eligible reimbursement for the trip cancellation for cancel for any reason. You do also have an exclusive feature, which is the interruption for any reason. Reimbursement in that case for up to 50% of the unused non-refundable prepaid portion, non-refundable travel arrangement. This also reimburse unforeseen out-of-pocket expenses for any reason. This also will go up to 75% when booked with CA Travel. Denied boarding entry, this would cover reimbursement for unused refundable portion of prepaid travel when you get denied, in that case for a security checkpoint due to health regulation, and also bounce back the reimbursement up to $2,000 for round-trip economy airfare. This when you need to come back to your family during the trip, so you would get the return flight in that case. We want to make sure that you see for yourself. There is many other travel insurance coverage that exists, including credit card coverage. Some of them would offer a good amount of coverage, good coverage in some way, or in some way you need to check for other features such as would that cover a pre-existing condition, how many days you get of coverage. We want to make sure that you understand that on our side, when you buy a travel insurance with CA Travel Insurance, then we would make sure that you are eligible to that coverage. Eligibility can be in terms of how many days of coverage is included, how long can you travel, how old are you in some way. Credit card could be offering you coverage until 65 years old, as an example. Why my medical coverage be paid up? So when I submit a claim, is it for covered risk or it is for an all risk with exclusion of coverage? What's the stability period that we're asking on your side? Depending on your age, depending on the duration of the trip, depending on the credit card you hold. In some way, what would be the definition of a pre-existing medical condition for your credit card? Would it be depending on the date of travel? Would it be depending on certain circumstances for medical coverage? Is there age limit? Some of you might be holding a really good credit card, but the age limit for medical coverage would be lower than your age. And finally, would you be able to cancel for any reason? Credit card will not offer this type of coverage. What kind of reason would you be able to cancel your trip in terms of trip cancellation and trip interruption? So these are questions that you should ask yourself when you seek for coverage, and see if your credit card can be an option. So now I'm passing you to Carrie.
All right. So why should you use a travel consultant? Our team are all Travel Smart certified. And what does that mean? They've done lots of training so that they are up to date on all the changes and health regulations in the world, and basically going to do all the heavy lifting for you to make sure that you've got all the visas you require, etc. So you're getting all the expertise from an expert. Our team are traveling right now, and they've done all the courses out there, so you can travel confidently with our CA team. So a little bit of a checklist before you go away. So Carrie had mentioned earlier about our free passport photos for Plus and Premier members. So that's number one. Check your passport. Has it expired? If it has, go on into the office and get your photos done, and we'll get your application going for you and or assist you with that and get you on your way for the step number one to get your passport. Stocking up on your medications, and also when you're traveling, make sure you're putting those medications in your carry-on, never pack them in your luggage, and always carry a little bit extra with you just in case your flight is delayed and so you don't have any challenges. Forwarding your mail is a good example. People don't know that you're away, so you're kind of giving the illusion that somebody is actually home. You could be switching to online billing and prepping your home by, resetting your thermostat, checking your home's exterior, and, maybe let your neighbors know that you're away. Unplugging appliances and really getting all your documents in order. And of course, the most important thing you're going to pack is your travel insurance to protect yourself and your trip. I always take a little picture of the wallet card so it's on my phone and I don't have to worry about carrying the big document with me. So this travel talk will be available online the next couple of days, so you'll be able to review it or share it with any of your family and friends. We do have some upcoming travel talks. Next month, we are going to be with Emma Waterways on October the 9th, and you can register there on the far left QR code. If you'd like to get an insurance quote today, you can actually do that online with that center QR code. And of course, contacting a travel consultant. You can book an appointment there on the right-hand side, visit them in store, over the phone, or do it all online, whatever is good for you. And of course, insureyourtrip.ca is a great place to check. All right, so now we're going to dive into our questions. Carrie, I'll let you start.
First question, can I get travel insurance that includes medical just for a portion not covered by my government health benefits?
So are they just looking for a specific time on that full duration of their trip? So traveling within Canada or overseas?
It
It's
doesn't
not
say.
specified.
Yeah, and probably that's most likely just a top up to the government health plan, right?
Yeah, we can offer the top up. Again, if you have coverage with employee benefits, that's something that we can offer as well, as long as your employee benefits do offer and allow a top up. That is something that we can do. In addition to our plans that we offer, we can top up either a credit card plan or an employee benefits plan, or if you have coverage elsewhere. Again, just keeping in mind, checking with the previous or your current carrier that they do allow a top up. But that would be something that we could offer.
A travel consultant can help you out with that.
Great. All right, the next one is I'm a solo traveler and I'd like to know if a cruise line is offering a 2-for-1, would it be better than booking a solo traveler rate? Well, what's one thing? All of the cruise lines now are getting it. There are a certain amount of cabins at each cruise line that are allocated to solos. So that means you're not going to pay a single supplement. You've got a room that is built for a solo, but again, it is a limited amount of cabins. So this is where your travel counselor is going to come in handy. They're going to do the shopping comparison for you and find out the best rate.
Next one, could you perhaps provide an example or two of what the premium costs, particularly age 65 pre-existing?
So to provide a cost, we would actually have to go through a medical questionnaire. So I wouldn't be able to provide a general quote because it does go based on your past medical history. But it is a very simplified questionnaire. One of the lovely CAA Neo agents can help you with that to provide a quote and to look at different options available for you.
Great. Next one is I booked a trip approximately 6 weeks ago. Am I too late to book travel insurance for this November?
Nope, you can still purchase, depending on what package or if it's medical only, you can really purchase it up to the day before, really the day of that you travel. Or if you're looking for packages, we do suggest when you are booking your package plans that you do purchase your insurance right away. Again, tying back into if you're purchasing it with CAA Neo, that we do offer that exclusive benefit of having that CFAR included in your plans. So that's something that you want to do when you're booking upfront and paying those deposits. But emergency medical, you can purchase at any time.
Great.
How does CA travel insurance coverage integrate with premium credit card travel insurance coverages?
Ghislaine, do you want to take that one?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How does CA travel insurance coverage integrate with premium credit card travel insurance coverages?
Lindsay, I would leave you on this one.
So we we look at what coverages you have and what benefits, and we coordinate benefits. So if you do have prior or existing employee benefits coverage or credit card coverage, then our plan will come in secondary to what you're covered for under those plans.
Okay, what does CA have for people traveling solo? Are solo trips more expensive? Well, actually, one of our new preferred partners is called Just You, and they specialize in solo trips. So that's one great company that we have to work with. They're specifically geared at the solo market. But as I mentioned, a lot of our travel partners, the cruise lines, do offer solo specials from time to time. So your travel agent will be able to dive into that for you and help you.
Is this entire podcast about insurance?
Insurance, as we say, is the most important thing you're going to pack. So it's always important we cover it because you're protecting you and, of course, your investment. But no, we're here to talk travel. If you have any questions, we're happy to take those as well.
How soon before a trip should you purchase travel insurance?
Again, just going back to the previous question that we had, emergency medical, again, you can purchase that pretty much up to the day of your traveling. Obviously, we would like you to purchase it before so you know you're covered. It's one less thing to think about on the day of, but vacation packages, any type of trip cancellation, we do want you to purchase and when you are paying those deposits, because normally they are non-refundable. And again, tying back into those exclusive benefits that are offered through CAA with CFAR, that would kick in right away. If you don't purchase it within that 72 hours, that those exclusive benefits aren't included in the coverage. So we do recommend purchasing it as soon as you are making those travel arrangements.
Okay, can we get passport applications from us? So typically now the passport applications are done online. We can certainly assist you in our stores and guide you in the right direction with that.
How can I differentiate between CAA agents to choose the person who is best for me or the trips I want? You want to take that one, Karen?
So we've got a travel team again ready to serve you across all of Ottawa, Thunder Bay, North Bay, and Sudbury. So first of all, there's in every area there's someone to assist you. Again, if you'd like to work in with somebody one-to-one in person, online, or over the phone, again, it's your choice, your way. I can honestly say our travel team are very qualified. They are certified travel consultants. They are well-traveled. Our teams share information about travel knowledge. So I would confidently go into any store basically if you've been to a destination and you want somebody who's been there, we can certainly guide you there, but our team are all happy to help.
We're also TICO certified too. And you can go on our website and find our stores and look for a consultant there if you want one closer to where you live. I didn't see NCL Cruise Lines in the list of cruise travel partners. Do you deal with NCL?
Coming soon. So yeah, we are working currently right now as we speak on a relationship with Norwegian Cruise Line, and they will be a new preferred partner within the next couple of months. We're just firming up the contract with them right now.
I've already booked my 2026 cruise with AMA Waterways, deposit only. Can I still get the CA discount now?
Well, you're going to get a CA vacations and member benefit, and that should be on your file. And if not, you will definitely see that by the time your final payment is on your file. But that's sort of an automatic thing. AMA Waterways is a big partner with CAA, you're going to be surprised and delighted with the service that you're going to receive. So yes, you will receive that.
How does a travel consultation work? Do you pay if you don't end up booking the trip?
So our travel team are booking, for example, if you're booking an air only, there's typically you're going to be paying a professional fee. If you're booking a cruise and a tour, no. If they're putting together a very extensive package that you may find a plan to go fee that is refunded onto your trip. But again, it all depends on the type of travel that you're doing. But we definitely have you, our members, top of mind, and we're going to look after you.
And the question for insurance. Does travel insurance cover airline and any other travel arrangement disruptions such as rail? Also regional conflicts that might be due to unrest, war? Who wants to take that, Lindsay or Ghislaine?
In that case, it would depend on which type of event. In some way, we would cover for unexpected reasons. So if there's a war or ongoing conflict and you are already aware of it when you purchase your travel insurance, that would not be covered in that way. But anything that would occurs after you purchase it, whether it could be for rails, air, the travel in some way, this would be covered under trip cancellation or trip interruption. Lindsay, would you like to add something on that?
No, good.
And that's all the questions.
Oh, there's another one here. It just came up. Sorry, I didn't book the AMA Waterways cruise through CAA. Didn't think of it when I was booking. So yes, those member benefits are exclusive to us. If you've booked with Emma Waterways directly, there's a possibility because you haven't paid your final payment that we could take over that file. But if you've booked with another agency, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't help you out there. So keep CAA travel in mind. So the other little tip I wanted to share is right now travel is still booming. We're very busy. So if you're looking for travel for this winter, people are definitely, of course, going to be doing the all-inclusives. I would start your planning now because there's lots of great deals out there. But really take a look at Europe for the winter. It's a great time to be traveling January, February, March, and April. It's off season. You don't have the extensive heat that Europe is now getting in the summer. You don't have those crowds. And the costs are definitely significantly lower than traveling in peak season. So it's a great option if you're looking for somewhere different this year. And for the all-inclusive market, you know, we have some new options. A new partner we're looking at, we're working with now is called Villas of Distinction. So if you want something a little different from your typical all-inclusive, maybe a villa stay with your friends and your family, multi-generational, want to get together, a villa is a great way to be traveling as well too. So your CA travel consultant is there to guide you and make the best suggestions for you.
One last question. I'm considering a trip to Antarctica. Would the travel insurance provide coverage in the event the cruise ship had to abort the trip, i.e., due to a medical emergency on board or weather issue? Want me to read it again?
Yes, sorry,
Yeah, can you
I'm just reading the question, making
All right,
sure.
okay. Yep. So it's basically if they have insurance and they had the cruise ship had to abort the trip or maybe reroute the trip due to a medical emergency on
Okay.
board or weather issue, are they covered for any out-of-pocket expenses?
Well, if we're referring here to a trip cancellation, well, that would be trip interruption in some way. So, well, if it's for a weather issue, you are stuck. You are stuck there. You're in Patagonia, as an example, and you need to stay there for a couple of days. Well, this would be covered for a subsidy as allowance in those cases. If ever the cruise ship is just need to abort the trip, cannot finish the trip as planned, this would be in terms of trip cancellation for prepaid travel expenses. But depending on what was prepaid and what cannot be reimbursed by the provider, this is a situation where there's many scenarios that could occur, but this would be on a case by case scenario for the analysis for the assistance.
And can you repeat the name of the solo travel company? And that was Just You, right, Karen?
That's right. So Just You is a new preferred partner with CAA. So if you go into any of our stores, the teams are definitely very familiar with Just You. But there are many other companies from, you know, G Adventures Travel to, again, the cruise lines that do offer solo specials. And we would be happy to look that up for you. Okay.
I think that's
All
it.
right. Carrie, any last little travel tips for our guests this evening?
Buy your CA travel insurance with us. Even if you've booked your trip someplace else, and you want to insure your trip, you can insure it with us. Within that 72 hours to get that cancel for any reason is a huge benefit with CA and Orion Insurance. But don't leave home without your travel insurance. You buy it for the unexpected. You never know. I know you feel well right now, but you'd never know what's going to happen. I always say the worst case scenario, just landed in Australia, you're getting paged at the airport that something has happened back home. Somebody's had a medical emergency back home and you need to come back home. It will cover you for that one way back home and cover the rest of your trip that you can't take too. So don't leave home without Orion Insurance.
Absolutely. A few more questions just came in. So can you tell me about the Air Adventure Insurance?
Yep. So the Adventurous Air, it is a rider. So it is something that you can customize to your plan. It can be added on. So if you are we're seeing more popularity with like hot air balloon trips or even helicopter excursions. So typically in our coverage without that rider, that's an exclusion. But if you do add on specifically the Adventurous Air rider to your plan, then it would provide coverage to those those types of excursions. So again, hot air ballooning, the helicopter excursions, and you can add that on even while you're in destination. You decide, you know what, let's go on a helicopter tour. That is something you can call in and have that added. Of course, we do recommend, if you know ahead of time that you are going to be doing these types of excursions on your trip, you would add it on prior to leaving. But that is something that we do offer to customize your plan that you've purchased.
Okay, somebody's asked what's the name of that villa thing. So Villas of Distinction is a new partner with CAA. I actually experienced one of their tours this January or this June, and our team were in Jamaica at a villa where it accommodated 16 people overlooking a golf course across the street from a beach. So again, there's villas throughout Europe, throughout the Caribbean. Great way for friends and family to enjoy a very different experience, and you can do it with your just a self-contained do it yourself, or you can have a chef and a butler and everyone look after you. So lots of great options with them. I know you can take our passport photos, but do we have the applications? So typically we don't stock the applications anymore because we're trying to be paper free at CAA North and East. So we will help you with the online process and the online application. What does travel service fees covered up to X per year mean?
Want me to take that away?
Sure.
What it means is we waive for CA members professional service fees. If you book, like as Karen said, an air only, hotel only, or that, we will waive up to a certain amount of professional fees per year for that CA member. If you're a Premier member, it's 6 free for that year. If you book more than 6 trips after that, then you would have to pay the consultant a professional fee.
Okay, so that seems to be it for all of our questions. Again, plan your travel early. Our travel team are here to assist you every single step of the way. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise tonight, Lindsay and Ghislaine. And Carrie, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that answered a few of your travel questions, and we wish you happy and safe travels this winter season. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Have a great
Thank
night.
you.
Thank
you.
you.